In this episode, we meet up with Mr. Jack Soane. Filmed at the end of December 2024 whilst travelling through his home village of Jarvis Brook. Jack had no time to prepare for this trip. I had only phoned him some 20 minutes beforehand to ask if he would like to participate in a history project. The star performer would be himself. So, no pressure then. I introduce to you Mr. Jack Soane.
Years and years ago, I mean, this is going back, talking about Windsor Road. I was born along Windsor Road. And, of course, I knew everybody along there. And they're all gone now. All of them are gone. Dead. I mean, a lot of them younger than I was. I am.
How old are you now?
Sorry?
How old are you now?
I am now 89.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So you were born along Windsor Road.
Yeah, that's right.
So tell me about your mum and your dad then, because I know nothing.
No, my father's name was Eric. Now, he worked for the gas board and I worked for the electricity board. Well, it wasn't the board then, it was the gas and electric company. And then, of course, it was split up and became the gas board and the electric board. Because old Bert Muddle that owned the garage, which is now a supermarket or a mini market, there were petrol pumps there. I used to fill up my bike.
Well, we skipped a bit, because I know there's a connection between you and Muddles, isn't there?
Yeah.
You and Muddle family. So I'll tell you what we do. You said you were born at Windsor Road?
Yeah, number 3.
Or drive along Windsor Road. You can show me where you were born then.
Right.
How about that?
Yeah, number 3.
Number 3, Windsor Road.
And we owned number 4 as well.
Did you?
Yeah.
Properties.
Well, Bert Muddle bought
Muddle.
number 3 and number 4 for Mum and Dad.
Oh, grandfather.
That's how it came about. Bert's wife, Vi Muddle, came from Norwich. Very nice old lady, very, very nice. I knew my dad's dad. He was a nice old boy. He lived up Valley View,
Valley View.
Queen's Road, yeah.
Oh yeah, Queen's Road, yeah.
In one of the little cottages up there.
And that was your dad's dad?
They're virtually gone now, modernised.
And what did he do then? Your dad's dad?
He was head gardener, would you believe, at the Grand Hotel, which is now gone, flattened. Yeah. His name was John, but they christened him Jack. And that is how I became known as Jack. I was named after him because his name was Jack. They nicknamed him Jack, but funny enough, his name was John, really.
Where is it? Along here? It's the right road, isn't it, Windsor?
Carry on, straight up. You go straight on. Now I'll tell you. 1 to the third one with the red tires. The red tires is now flats.
Oh, right.
But that's where I lived. That's where I was born.
Oh.
And we owned this one as well.
Yep.
Those 2. Which Bert Muddle had bought for my mother and father. My old gran used to live there with us. Dear old lady. She was a dear old lady. And she loved her stout and put a red hot poker in the fire in it, poke beer. And I used to have a little drop, being small. And tell a little story there.
Yeah.
I happened to be looking in the drawer one day. I said, well, Gran, there's some chocolate here. She said, you have it, you can have it, boy, you eat it. It was bloody egg slacks. Oh dear. Yeah, Eric Strubwick used to live along here. Now, Alan knows Eric.
Yeah.
He knew, and in fact, I knew all the Strubwicks. Had 4 sons.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
There was Roy. I don't know. I don't know whether you knew any of them. Roy.
Well, the only
had rather a humpback.
I don't know them. No.
He wasn't stooped, but he had just, I suppose, bone infection at the back. There was Roy Strubwick. He worked along the brickyard. He made bricks. I used to go up there and sit with him up above, and he had holes in the floor. You could look down and see the beautiful up there. Then, of course, the brickyard. I watched that. They imploded the chimneys. They crashed. They brought them down. But there was a Mr. and Mrs. Leaney. There was Forwards. Edie Vans used to live along here. The Smith family. There was a Morrisons used to live, I think, they're the policemen. There was Hollands, people with the name of Hollands lived in that house over there. That goes up to Osborne Road. That used to be a dirt track, just a muddy old track. But it's such a shame. I mean, going down to Jarvis Brook, walking down to Jarvis Brook, I mean, there was old Reg Hobbs. He was the barber. That's gone. And outside of his...
What shop was that?
His shop, but there was a bar. And I can remember holding on and that and swinging over, Used to,
what shop is that
now?
Of course. What shop is that now then, Jack?
Pardon?
What shop is that now?
Well, I don't really know. It keeps changing. It was an electrical shop at one time. Next door to that was the Parrots, a Gertie Parrot. And the old, one of her relatives lived opposite, but that was a fish and chip shop. And I used to go in and help her. I used to pull do the chips for her, And of course it was newspapers then. You had a bag of chips in a newspaper. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, of course.
But if you said the barbers used to be an electrical shop and it was just by Gertie Parrots, I'm guessing we're talking about what become Mr. Sharville's.
That's right.
So that's
right.
That's where the barbers was.
Absolutely, yeah, that's right.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
So before Sharville's, it was a barber shop.
Yeah, that's right.
Gertie Parrot. I remember Gertie Parrot being the next one down.
Yeah. Yeah, but because when the air raid, we had a lodger with us.
Here, we had a lodger here, yeah.
Number 3, yeah. Bert, his name was.
English?
And he worked, he did a delivery. He drove a van. I can't quite remember what it was. But when the air raids were on, there was 1 or 2 barrage balloons over the forest. And there were some aircraft guns over there as well. We used to watch the ACACs, he used to stand outside the gate. But Waters, next door, Bert Waters and his wife Ethel, he was an absolute coward. He used to go, they used to come, quite a lot of them used to come out, because we had one of those Anderson shelters with the metal, you climbed underneath. It was a metal table, a big table. And he used to come in and more or less push himself underneath their stairs. Used to get in, But no, he wouldn't come out and look at the guns and the... Oh dear.
Well, you were pretty young then, though, Jack.
Yeah.
So for you,
right.
it would have been exciting, wouldn't it?
But I can remember going down the garage to our garden, which we had quite a nice garden. Dad used to look after it. Chrysanthemums was his thing, I can remember. And there's a shed at the bottom. And one day, Mum and I walked down the garden. We were walking back up, and a German plane came over, and it was shooting In fact, I still got a cartridge shell of what it came out of his guns. Yeah. Oh,
Did your garden go right down to the river, or not quite that far?
Well,
Cinder track, isn't it?
It's not really a river,
Well,
is it?
cinder track, you know
It's
what
a
I mean?
stream, really.
Yeah, stream, yeah.
But you see, the brickyard, over the back of the brickyard, which is all now built on, there used to be a big pond. Now, my mate, who we've known for years when we were kids, we used to play down in his shed. We called it the wood lodge. We used to have a pile of sand, and we made little plasticine men and made little swords with needles and that sort of thing, because it got broken. And before we went, we used to make it all up again and build castles. Yeah, he's still alive. We still keep in touch. We both joined the Air Force together when we had to go, when we was conscription, which is a shame that that's gone, because it'd stop a lot of this. Because you never said that was in number one.
Oh, in their garden.
Down in his
garden.
And I always remember there was a load of stuff in the actual. We played in a little room before you went into the big. We found a 2.2 starting gun. It was with bullets, not live. They were just blanks. It was a starting pistol, because we had to fire that. And there was the old girl that used to play the organ, Miss Lynn. She was a right tartar. Mum put me in for piano lessons. Oh, I gave that up because she used to smack the back of your wrist if things went wrong with a ruler. Oh, but she used to run the choir party. Peter, my mate in number one, we were in the choir. We used to watch Dick Barton on the television, and then we had to run like hell. And we were always late going to the choir practice. Yeah, we used to come with Gwenda Croughton, used to live up Osborne Road, up the top road. They used to come to me just to see me. I must have been handsome then. I've altered a lot.
Yeah, we've all changed, mate.
Yeah, we really have.
Yeah, we all
really
changed.
had some good. Yeah, well, like I say, there was old Gertie Parrott. There wasn't anything she didn't get. Wools and cloths and clothes and God, and she used to, and even you had to say, oh, she said, come with me, come through my house. She said, I'm sure I got it in there. And then there was her husband. He ran a little orchestra. That's now the pharmacy, and my doctor's lives just there.
Is that where they used to have the ammunitions place?
Yeah, that's right. And part of that was they used to make ammunitions in part of Sainsbury's here.
Did they?
That was the bottom half of that. Was they used to make ammunition there? Cause,
Up in there.
Yeah, that's right. That was a bakery. There.
Changed a lot, mate, innit?
Yeah, this was the old Barber's there, which is now that place there was Barber's.
Yeah, that was
sure. Yeah, that was Gertie's place.
Yeah, that one.
Gertie Parrott's. God, dear, oh dear. That was a store. That was a big.
Brookers, wasn't it, that one? Brookers?
There, big superstore.
Brookers, wasn't it? Was it Brookers? Brookers,
yeah,
that one?
Brookers, that's right.
What was here exactly? I know this is new, but what was this lot then?
Yeah.
I'm right thinking that there used to be a baker's here or something.
That's right. Yeah, they did indeed. Yeah.
I think there was a hairdresser's as well, wasn't there, at one point? There was a lady. Was there a ladies' hairdressers?
Exactly. There was. Yeah, there was.
If I remember rightly, when I was a kid, there was a building here, wasn't there? And then the entrance to the brickyard.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. And you could walk through the brickyard out to the wheat chief. Walked out there many a time. And the Greys, Biddy Gray used to own or run the wheat chief. I can remember that there. Used to, I mean, you'd go in there and have a pint when you was 15, you know. And I was probably driving better than I do now, but I was driving at 15 and my motorbike. God.
Where were you based in the Air Force then? Where were you based in the Air
Well,
Force?
we started off at Padgate. That was where we did the training. Then I used to do I did some wiring because they knew that I was an electrician. And in some of the aircraft wanted to update their control. And I used to go, and I had to go to Gütersloh in Germany with a small van and pick up a load of cable, which is 7-core and 5-core cables, so that they could run it to the skipper could run it to different. But the funny part about it was, I used to wire it to the places and keep the wires out of sight because I knew which is the best way to do it. But they never, for some reason, never let me fit the plugs or the controls on the ends. So it was strange. I just left the wires hanging out. Some other guys coming and used to fit.
I say, did you used to travel by train at all?
Oh yes, we.
Where?
Yeah, we did.
Down where?
Well, to Uckfield.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, no, not far.
No.
Far. We went once to, and I've got it written on the back of it, with Mum and Dad on holiday. And I can't think now where that was. Ron. That used to work on the seaboard with me up at Crowborough Depot. They had a depot at Crowborough there at one time. Next door they meant Smith's. And opposite there was Webber Longstaff's, which is now a coffee shop, I believe. Ron Muddle was a bit of a shit. I worked for him up at the Lingfield Racecourse. He built the golf course up there. And funny enough, I never played there. Because I used to love golf. Because my Aunt Vi, when she came to Lingfield Park, always wanted to talk to me. She was talking to me. And he used to come there and was a bit of a, come on, Jack, you've got work to do. You don't want to keep chatting away. Norman Carr. Oh, you don't remember the Carr? No, he was the foreman at Crowborough Electricity Company. And he used to have an old Ford. And the brakes were dodgy and he used to have to run it to the curb to stop it. He used to frighten me to death. But yeah, I had this house along there, but unfortunately that got sold. And but Norman Carr, his son, and I used to work. Well, we used to go out working weekends. We knew a lot of builders. And we used to do the wiring, wire houses. We did a lot of work together. But I knew all the people along here, along this road, virtually. Windsor Dairy.
Oh yeah, Windsor Dairy.
One of my aunt used to own 8 houses somewhere up here.
Well, that you were in?
No, yeah, up there.
Yeah.
Because you went up the side, and there was houses up round the back there.
Yeah.
I wired those for her ages and ages ago.
So she had all this lot.
That's right.
All this lot.
Yeah.
And some on the left-hand side as well.
There was a dairy opposite.
Yeah, dairy's just back there. Yeah.
That's it. But I know our boys used to come along to the school,
You didn't go to that school, did
Just
you?
up round the corner, yeah.
Did you go to that one then?
Eh?
Did you go to that school?
No. Firmer school.
What, from always Firmer?
Always
No
Firmer
junior school then?
Always Firmer school.
Oh.
And there wasn't a canteen there. Then the canteen was an old shed where we used to go and do PE or PT or whatever they used to call it then. Used to do it in there as kids, and then they turned it into a restaurant. And Mum used to be one of the servers with the kids.
Dinner lady.
Dinner lady.
Dinner lady.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, poor old Mum. Yeah, I think she might turn in her grave if she knew what was going on. I think different things. Yeah, such a shame. But this was a nice pub. That was a nice. Yeah, all flats now. I used to know the guy in there. He lives in one of the flats, in fact. He said, come up and see us sometime.
Yeah,
All right.
Remember the Murrells? Still
That's
up
right.
there?
That's right. And these were orchid houses up here, weren't they?
All the houses now. Fields before, wasn't it?
Oh, dear. I mean, I have come this way. I could not remember what was going on. I thought, will I ever get up to sort of White Hill? God. And the roundabout up there, I come to the roundabout. I went the wrong way round that way.
Did you?
The first time ever.
Yeah, I nearly did.
Yeah, I went the wrong way round.